Hello everybody, this is Teresa Swan. I wanted to make this video today about not letting things that happen in your life bother you. Like, I can see my face on it, it's really white and I'm not, it's the wrong colouring. Today I found out that yet again I've got to move home, me and my son. That will be the 5th move in 8 years, so that is absolutely no fun at all. But the first time I moved I was in a great panic and worried that I wouldn't find somewhere quick enough because I was leaving my psychotic ex-husband. But it worked out in the end, you know. And then I moved again, but that was it, with a partner, and we rented somewhere together, so that was okay. But then it was the time after that, moving to a flat and trying to find somewhere before we were being evicted because we couldn't afford to pay the rent when I couldn't, when we split up. And then we moved again, and it was like coming to the last 2 weeks, or about 10 days before we would have been evicted, which I didn't want to happen, of course, for me or my son. And hey presto, suddenly the house turned up, because it's not as easy for us because we've got a dog, and I'm not going to get rid of the dog. The dog is part of our family, so the dog is coming with us. So it minimises how many properties you can get, obviously, because a lot don't like taking dogs, especially ones with the new wooden floors, things like that. They don't like that, and so that makes it a bit harder. But so when I found out from the landlady this morning that she wants to sell the house, which I've had my suspicions because they messaged me recently wanted to decorate my bedroom that's full of mould, and I thought it's a bit strange. And you know, especially there's no room in there, nowhere else in the house to put the stuff out of my room. So now I know why she wants to sell it. So this time I didn't go into that anxious mode at all, because I've had enough experience of this in the last 8 years, and I just sat there sort of thinking about it, and I started to think I'm really excited because this year I've decided last year was going to be a year for big change, and it has been already. And so I'm not scared of this next move. I'm not scared or worried that I'm not going to find anywhere, because I know the universe always has a plan, and there'll be a house that will be suitable, that I can afford to pay for, and it's not there today when I've looked, but it will turn up, and it may turn up again in the last week or two before perhaps they want us to get out, if that is the case this time. But of course, if someone buys it, they can just wait for us to get out, can't they? But you know, we will find somewhere again, and the universe had a better idea the last time when I moved, because I said where I live is one of the furthest points away on this part of Essex, on Canvey Island where I live. And I said, if I have to move to Canvey, I didn't mind moving to Canvey, but because of my son going to school and things, I wanted to live at the other end, nearest to Benfleet. Well, the universe had a better idea, and they put us in this house that is, it isn't even 2 minutes out the front door to the seafront. It's you know, depending on how fast I'm walking, but it could be a minute. So I can just walk out the front door straight to the beach, and I love that. And I love walking my dog along there, and there's 2 parks near me, so I reminded myself again to send that thought out to the universe. I know they know already, but I have to live somewhere where there's nature, so definitely near trees, definitely near a lot of green, and if water is included in that mix up, lovely. Because the last place I lived before this had water around the park, in dikes they call them, don't they? It's for flooding. So when it floods, so that had water, trees and green, and then I've moved here, came and I've got the sea, the trees and green. So that is where the universe know I have to live, because I could not ever live in a high-rise block of flats, because I just couldn't. You know, and I am not. So they know that, and you can't do that with a dog anyway, but I wouldn't want to do it, so that's why I've got a dog, because I don't want to ever do that. But the important thing here is that, you know, I've taught myself by experience and by having so many difficult times that there is no point in worrying, that it will always work out in the end. And we all know that, don't we? Because when there's some sort of catastrophe going on in our life, we worry about it, and then 3 months later, or 6 months sometimes, isn't it, in the future, you look back at it and you might think, why was I worrying about that? It worked out in the end, didn't it? And it always does. So this time I am very happy I've not gone into that mode, because I practice gratitude every single day, and I do that all the, you know, I just do it every day, whatever's going on I practice that, and it's because I practice that gratitude every day that I don't worry like I used to. I don't suffer with anxiety like I used to, because I choose to only send out gratitude. So every day I practice, saying thank you for this house, thank you for the money I have to pay for the roof over our heads, thank you for the money I have to pay for the food that we eat, everything. Thank you for the money I have to pay for my car, because I like having my car, so I want to keep my car, I want to have the money to keep my car, and that's what I do. And so if you've got something coming up in your life that you're worrying about, the worry is not going to make it any better, is it? The worry soon turns into fear, and that doesn't help anyone or the situation. So don't worry about things. Some things are inevitably going to happen. Like all of us are going to pass away at some time, aren't we, from this life to the next. So those many things are out of our hands. Like every time I've moved, apart from once, it wasn't my choice, was it? I've had too many moves that haven't been my choice. They've been the landlord's, but I accept that they own the house. I've messaged the landlady today and said, it's a shame we have to move, because I like living, didn't say this house actually, because my bedroom is really mouldy, but even so I'm still grateful for this house because of where it is, right by the sea. And so in that way it's very special to me. So I don't want to be very far away from here, or if I have to be further further out in the island I live on, the Canvey Island, or back to Benfleet where I am, I'm still going to come back here, because I didn't realise till I've lived here just how beautiful it is. I used to come here sometimes, but not as often as I should have done, but now I know how beautiful it is, so that's why I will be not very far away from here. But send out gratitude, do not send out worry, because that turns into fear. Send out gratitude and all will work out fine in the end. You might not think so in that first sort of month or so, but 6 months later you will realise that someone, the universe, whoever it is, had a better plan for you. So thank you all for listening, and have a lovely weekend. Bye bye.